Bhagavan says, meditation requires an object to meditate upon, whereas there is only the subject without the object in vichara. Vichara means inquiry. Now let's consider that a minute before we go on. Well, let me go on first. Meditation differs from vichara in this way. That's Bhagavan. Now let's look at it. Let's look at it. Very simple, very basic. So many of us are familiar with meditation, the idea of meditation or meditating. In order to meditate, what are you meditating on? Some object, something that you're giving attention to, something that you're considering, something that you're holding in mind. That is an object. But in order for there to be an object, there has to be a seeing subject. Notice, you cannot cognize any object without there being a seeing subject that cognizes, that perceives the object. Isn't it so? Now, who is it? What is this seeing subject? This is self-inquiry. This is vichara. It means to make a shift in attention. Shift your attention from perceiving objects, any object, and take note that there must be this seeing subject in order to see any object, and give attention to the seeing subject. Now, holding attention firmly on this seeing subject, trace the seeing subject back to from whence is this seeing subject? What is the seeing subject that must be here in order to see any object? This is the self you are. Prior to the mind, because the mind only functions objectively on the outer world of objects. The mind does not survive when you inquire into the source from which the mind rises. But you're there, ever surviving. You can never not survive, because that which you are is the pure awareness, out of which everything is known, out of which everything is seen. And all that is necessary to simply abide in this simple awareness that we all are, which is peace, freedom, and joy. But to go out into the mind, oh my goodness, what is there out there that we get caught up in the mind, this world of conflict, contradiction, confusion, and chaos? Is that where you want to live? I know the mind wants to tell you, well, where else is there for me to live? I have to be out here in all of this. No, you don't. That is the lie. That is the thief. That's the traducer. That's what the Bible calls it. The thief, the traducer, the liar, the cheat. Don't identify with that. Stay prior to all of that in the awareness. Now, when you stay in the awareness, you can observe what is occurring out there, but don't identify with what is occurring out there. It's like if you're inside the house and there's a storm going on and it's raining outside, why go outside and get wet? Stay inside where it's dry and warm Okay, Bhagavan goes on to say on Wednesday, realization is nothing new to be acquired. Oh, what a misconception there is regarding realization. It is already there, but it's obstructed by a screen of thoughts. All our attempts are directed to lifting this screen of thoughts, and then realization is revealed. It's already present. We have nothing really to do other than cease identifying with this screen of thoughts. Now, how do we do that? That seems so difficult. Yes, it seems difficult to what extent we're identified with all these thoughts, the habit of all these thoughts, the seducing of all of these thoughts. Be not seduced by all of these thoughts. Stay simply present in the awareness of the being that you are. Don't leave the protection, the peace, the presence, the freedom, and the uncaused joy of this being that we all are. And the last message for Thursday, vichara, inquiry, is the process, and it is also the goal itself. Abiding in the pure awareness of being, in the subject, you do it, it occurs by vichara, and it's the process and the goal. I am is the goal and the final reality. The goal and the final reality. Abiding in the pure I am. That's not an object. The pure I am is the subject. It is before anything else is. To hold to it with effort is vichara, and when spontaneous and natural, it is realization. Hold to this I am. Hold to this I am. Stay in the I am. Look to see what it is that wants to compulsively pull you out of the I am. That's the intruder, the mind. But the mind itself is an object to this awareness. Stay in the awareness. Don't go out into this object of the mind with all of its conditioned patterns, its likes and dislikes. Why go there? Stay here. Stay home. There's a war outside. Don't get involved in the battle. That's the end of the daily messages and my commentary on them. I hope my commentary didn't mess them up. Now, in this awareness, are we cognizant as this awareness? Are we remaining in the simplicity of this awareness? This awareness is what is important, for without it, nothing else would be. So why not remain in this awareness which is prior to everything and enjoy the peace of your own being, the peace that you are, the uncaused freedom and joy that you are. And it's possible to stay in this awareness even while relating and communicating, for it's present underlying all communicating and relating. Communicating and relating appears to be outside, but if you stay inside, There's a trick to all of this, a simple trick. That everyone with whom you're communicating and relating is also the same awareness underlying their own appearance. If you stay in the heart of your own being and recognize that those with whom you're relating and communicating are also the heart of your own being, there's only one heart of being. It's like the ocean having many waves, but if we identify with all the waves, we might forget that the ocean is there prior to the waves, and the waves couldn't even be there without the ocean. And the ocean is only one. And guess what? That one is only one, not two. If we stay in the awareness of our own being, there's a magic quality about it, that everyone is going to recognize those that are in the pure awareness of being, because it's going to send a signal to the pure awareness of being of everyone. Try it. You'll like it. Stay in this awareness. Be this awareness forever and be happy.